Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to show you all the treasures that Susanna and I found when she paid me a visit on a recent shopping expedition to sunny Queensland, Brisbane. So you're watching this Saturday. We'll go back a week and that's when we're actually filming it. So we've just got home from the vintage markets. You would have watched a video in the last week where we were getting ready to head to the markets. So what we want to do is show you what we've purchased through the week at the different places and then finish with our treasures that we found at the market. So I've got everything piled up here that I've purchased. Susanna's just sitting there. Hello, Susanna.
Hi.
Get your hand in, that's it. So Susanna will then jump in the pilot seat and bring her treasures through. So you're getting like a double whammy today. All right, let's start right back at the beginning. When Susanna arrived, she come bearing gifts. She bought these beautiful runner here with tapestry feel and look. It'll be very handy to cut little bits and pieces out of for slow stitch. So thank you very much. She also picked up a pack of 4 napkins and she's given me 2 of them. And
Kaiser Craft, everyone in Australia.
In Australia, Kaiser Craft. They're so cute. It's got a bit of a Japanese vibe.
And a good quality.
Beautiful fabric. And then she had a gorgeous piece of this sea fabric. I've got a bit of a project in mind in the new year if I get around to it. So I have been chatting about ideas with Susanna and she's like, I think you're on the sea hunt now. Every time she sees something sea-ish, she goes, oh, Corrine, this is very exciting. This is a pack that Susanna's just put into her store. How do I get into it without?
Hopefully there's some left, hopefully. It's a week away.
Yeah, I think you did actually show it on your channel because I remember you flipping through because there's a couple in here that are really old.
Yeah, those two, they're 1930s.
1930s?
Yeah.
And that one?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, I could fussy cut those flowers out.
A
little bit of the sea.
That's a 1930s.
1930s. I'm glad she's here to tell us.
This one? It's vintage.
Vintage.
That's linen 1930s.
1930s. Kath Kidson.
Tablecloth. And then 1930s.
So beautiful. If you're a bit of a collector of the 1930s prints and you're looking for shades of blues, this is not a bad little pack to add to your, treasured little morsels that we need for our sewing. So I thought I'll just show you that. Thank you, Susanna. That was a lovely gift. So I like it when guests come bearing gifts. Just a hint for anyone else who comes to visit. Bring gifts.
That's it.
All right, let's start firstly. We did op shops. I've got a pile of op shop fabric here just to give you a bit of an idea of what catches our eye when we go to op shops and why. Okay, so where they've all been laundered and nice and clean, ready to go into the stash. So we're always looking for natural products. We were looking at tags all the way through, 100% cotton, 100% linen, or a mix of the both. We do occasionally get caught in by shiny things. So these are a combination of a pair of shorts and we've cut out the zip, the button and the seam. So now we've just got the fabric. This is just some chambray that someone was attempting to make a little dress and it's like the front panel of it. That was a skirt. That was a pillow slip. Great colour for leaves.
Well, I've got that on my thing.
Yeah, Susanna's already pinched a piece of that used it on her Village Life sampler that she's stitching for her retreat. Some more fabric. I think that was a pillow slip. Things like that are just textured so you can cut out leaves. Susanna spotted this somewhere and went halves. It's just a beautiful colour. Big piece of the linen. So that's a bit of an op shop and sewing layer combo. Here's the next one. Similar sort of story. Things that can be used to create texture. So that was a scarf that we went halves in. This was a pair of shorts that we've cut down and just got a nice little selection of fabrics there. Another pair of shorts, and I love how it's a faded camel colour. So the zips and, the belt is gone, the belt holder. This was a little linen shirt with some beautiful embroidery on it. I'm just going to pop it into my doily box, and if I'm putting together a page for a journal, you know, a slow stitch page, like a prompt comes along, I've got just a base to start with. This is a piece of curtaining. Great because it doesn't really fray, because it does have a woven back on it. Just a little morsel. It was a couple dollars in the sewing layer. Great for cutting out leaves or nuts or animal fur, and it's got a bit of a flocking feel.
Where's that really big roll that you bought?
That's over there. We must show that too. This is this was a shirt in the menswear section, 100% cotton. So we've salvaged all the buttons, and now we've just got some nice fabric. Another piece of furnishings. I forgot to tell you, Susanna, when I went to wash this, the water was 100% repelled from it. So it must have Scotch guarding. It sort of feels like it may have been a couch and it was just a piece.
It's the texture of it is really nice.
Yeah, I couldn't penetrate it with water. And that was another one. So they're the Op Shop sewing layer treasures. In amongst that, we found some lacy tops. And these are great for cutting out pieces to embellish. I'm a real fan of these. These will just, like, I think the sleeve is already in my lace basket to the side.
But the leaves are great too.
Yeah, they're great little leaves. This little piece was unusual, and we went halves in it too. So I've got probably the front or back and a sleeve. The sleeve's already in my basket. It's upside down. Look at that. How unusual is that?
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah, we were like, wow, that's just ready to be fussy cut into a piece. Very unusual. I think that'll be a favourite. You'll see that pop up. So they were just a few lacy bits. So I'm going to try and move everything out of the way so when Susanna arrives with her bits and pieces, she can just slide in from the left to the right. Sorry guys, just bear with us. We're trying to be organised. Now,
here's this beast.
This was a really good buy.
It was great.
I'm not 100% sure what it is, but it's got a really nice feel to it, texture. I love the two-tone. It's got ridges through it. Like, it's a very interesting fabric. $6 a metre. So Susanna bought a small portion, and then I looked at the roll and I'm like, oh, we'll use it. So I think we got 5.5 metres on the bolt. So that was a good buy. My guess is a furniture shop has probably sent the sewing layer a heap of textiles that they use. Now I might just use something plain as a background because I'm going to show you some pretty beads. So I'll just use a bit of this furniture fabric.
You want the back of that.
That's all good. This will work. So then I took her to my favourite bead shop, and I did a bit of restocking. Well, let's call it what it is. It's panic buying. I'm in the process, as you know, moving from Brisbane to a regional coastal town over the next 6 months. And I'm surprised at how much of these I've actually used, because I bought them about, probably 12 months ago. And they are used, you'll recognise those. You'll recognise those. Like, I am nearly finished a whole jar of them. And I thought, gee, if I move out of Brisbane, it'll be harder to get some. And Susanna's starting to play with beads. So I said, just wait till I show you this shop, because what were they, $5.50 from All Beads at Browns Plains? There's thousands. I think they were $5.50, or they range from $4.50 to $5.50 depending on the size. So I panicked and thought, I'm going to be so far away from that shop, and did a little bit of damage. But I think I will use every single one, bar the ones that fly onto the floor and I never see again. Great colours, nice size, 9mm. They do smaller and larger versions of them all. They're all available online. We had a little chat to the lady that owns the business. So if you are looking for beads,
get a lot too.
Get a lot. Even if you give them a call and just say to them, there's these canisters of beads, They're 9mm seed beads. She'll at least be able to tell you. I might even try and actually find them in her website. And I'll put a link. Gee, that lid was off. Loose. Ooh. Trouble. Dangerous. I might find one and I'll link it. So at least then you'll see the description and you'll be able to locate them if you did want to place an order. But amazing value. Yeah. Now, these are in the fancy section. Lots of different sizes, and I sort of, I don't know, went a bit crazy, but most of them were about $4.50, $5. There's a price on one, $5.50. So the little one must have been $4.50. So faceted beads. These are really cute because they're shiny one side and matte the other. So it gives you the ability, where's one that you can easily see? It gives you the ability that when you stitch it, if you want a matte look or a clear, shiny gem look, you can turn it on your work. Really cool. So it's like getting 2 beads for the price of one. Some golds and the green mints. I use the blue version of these in my Christmas Roxy Creations, the blue bunting, the advent calendar. And these were really unusual. We both spotted these as we were sort of, that's enough, we've done enough. And then we spotted these.
I think I got both those colours, yeah.
Yeah, really pretty. So that was our haul of beads at All Beads. Now, we mentioned probably the last video you watched of our shenanigans together. We went to All Threads. No.
Yeah,
that's it.
Threads,
All
yeah.
Threads. And I bought 2 books. Susanna bought one, so she'll show you hers. This one here, oh, I've got fallen in love with some of her designs. It's just, and another thing that I think I like about this lady Tatiana's work is it gives you color combinations. It's like looking at a color palette before you start a project. You might say, oh, I love the wing of that bird. So there's your colors as you kick off on a new project. And you may never have thought to bring in a gold or a green, or it's just a lovely way of viewing what someone, as in an artist, has thought about color and how they've pieced it together. Like, I would probably have not come up with purple, yellow, gold, orange. Just isn't in my radar, but it's very pretty. So I'm going to enjoy looking through that. Now, I'm a big fan of Trish Burr. I've done many of her stitcheries, not like her, but I've used the image because all of the patterns are in here. I think they're in the back of this.
So gorgeous.
So I often would pick a bird or an owl, enlarge it, and it just gives me the beautiful shape. And then you can have a look at them and go, okay, if I'm going to do this bunny, where do I start my shading? Now, I'm never going to do stitching like that. I think we read somewhere she uses Gutermann thread on single strands of floss.
No, that's it.
Was that the other one?
Yeah. And really young.
Fine work. And we're like, no way are we stitching with sewing machine thread. That's just, yeah, not going to happen. Trisha uses, embroidery floss, but the finest of work. But having a look at a bunny, I can say, all right, well, I might use some lace or some wool or something on his tummy. It just helps me see shading. I love the mushrooms, and that's why I picked up this new one, because I do have one already. It's got quite a lot of the mushrooms in it, and I wouldn't mind doing a piece where I explore mushrooms again. I've done it once, and it was all neutrals. But I can just, here,
I like that
with
one.
the pinks and the greys, I'd really like to have a go at doing something like that. Look at a little owl. So if you're out hunting for a really good book to add to your stash, Trisha Burr, she's a bit of a gem, that girl. Okay, so they were my 2 books. Now, this little basket, just ignore what's in it for a moment. I picked this up at the op shop for a couple of dollars. I thought, well, that's perfect to sit on my desk because holds a lot and has a little divider. So a bit of a score. Now, what have we got in here? Went to all threads, like I said, and I topped up on the ribbons. So you'll notice a little stash of ribbons there, so I can keep exploring my new love of ribbon embroidery. Random ball of wool that I saw in an op shop. I thought, well, that's interesting. Probably don't need it, but, you know, got to have it. Down to all the sewing layer. Some little bits of trim and ribbon and a little lace. Now then we went to Lincraft. We heard that you can get, there's 10 meters for about $5. So when you're learning ribbon embroidery, as much as I love working with this, and thanks to Jennifer and the class I did, I found these. They're stunning, beautiful. They produce a beautiful petal and leaf. But when you're learning, I sort of feel very intimidated chopping into it. But when I can get $4. When I can get 10 meters for $4 at Lincraft, yes, it does break down after a bit as you drag it through your fabric. So just cut a little piece. Don't do, you know, too long. Just rethread again. And you can explore and learn, I think, with these types of threads. And then when your confidence builds, you can start, you know, dipping into the pretties. So they're sitting in there. Sewing layer had some tapestry wools, a big bag of them for $10, I think. So I grabbed a bag of those. Now this here, young Susanna has purchased from a store down her way the whole range of Appleton wools. The lady had them on sale, so we had a chat about it and we were like, oh, you should get them, you should get them. Like I enabled her a bit, I think. So she ended up bringing the lady back and saying, look, if I took all of the Appleton yarns, what price could you do? So she did her a lovely deal, and just as she flew out to visit me, boxes and boxes of Appleton wools arrived at her place. And I've got a photo she sent me of them on her craft table, and oh my goodness.
So pretty.
Stunning. So when she gets home, she's going to sort through them. She's looking at putting some packs together for us. So stay tuned. Once she settles back home, she's going to work out a bit of a price and, you know, like a colour combination. So if we're sort of starting a project, we can get a pink pack or a blue pack, or we'll have to wait and see. She's still sort of mulling around how she's going to process thousands of skeins of...
Oh no, all that work.
But they're going to be great, and she's going to do us a good deal too, guys, because these can get expensive around the place too. So stay tuned if you want to build your stash up. Yeah, Susanna to the day. She's saved the day with her stash. So excellent news. Let me just move that out of the way. I think that's all of my shopping that was in op shops and actual specialty stores. Now to the antique fair. Firstly, I picked up this quilt. It
was good.
Very pretty. It was only $20. I sort of couldn't decide if I'd made a mistake. Should I not? I just felt like I needed to rescue it. It's not real big, but it'll be lovely just over my lap on the couch. And yeah, I think I will enjoy it. But I did walk around for half an hour going, why don't I just buy a quilt for $20 when I've got quilts in the cupboard that I've made myself and I should just use them? You know how it goes through our head. But I think it was the fabric.
Yeah, it's pretty colours.
Really enjoy the fabrics. Then we come across a lady that had a lot of French things, and we couldn't believe it. We felt like we were back in Paris. So we grabbed ourselves some, I think they're probably only tablecloths. We paid way too much, let me just say out aloud, that I had 3 picked out and it was getting silly. So I thought 2 is fine. You know, we only use little bits.
So good.
She's laundered them beautifully. So paid way too much. No one tell my husband what I paid for these. He'll be like, my goodness. Anyway, moving along. I finally found some pegs. But you know when you're like heading out the market and the last stall you look at, I could have got that for the price I paid for the 2 bundles. So I was like, oh, good on yous. But I'm happy. These are hard to come by. I haven't seen these around for ages, and I often see YouTube projects out there where they do something with them. So I think you spotted them, pointed to them. I thought, oh, that'll be good. The second last thing, I got this gorgeous box. A tin, it's metal. I don't know about you guys, but I grew up on fruitcake. It was just that staple cake in the cupboard. Mum could cook it and it'd last us the week. We could grab a chunk of it, head down the farm, it'd give you energy. And I just thought, wow, I've never seen anything like it. Thank you, Mummy.
It's cute, isn't it? A gorgeous tin.
It is just beautiful. It's a little rough inside, but I don't know. Contains no artificial flavourings, colourings. Fresh from the oven. Oh, and then as I was getting everything, piled up, look at the anticipation. Contains no spirits. Oh, I just had to have it. And I think it was only like $10 or something.
Yeah, I think
$5.
Yeah,
$5 because it was my first note that I had to split with the poor man. I'm like, oh, we got up at the Cracker Sparrows. We had to drive an hour and a half, and I was like, Susanna, get out of bed. Let's go. And she's like, oh, it's like 5:30 in the morning. But we beat the traffic. We slipped up to this big city town outside of Brisbane. We were there 15 minutes after the gate opened. We got a really good run. We walked around for about 2 hours, and the sun was just starting to get a bit hot. We had that bead of sweat coming down our cheeks, and we were done, heading back to the car.
9:30?
Yeah, 9:30. So 2.5 hours, and we were on our way back home. So we're chuffed, and we thought we'd better do a haul video. So wandering around the market, it was really bric-a-brac, but there's these little stalls that have a little bit of linen. So you'll see some footage at the end of the video where I just panned around to give you guys an idea of what we saw. And there's even an interaction. We busted Susanna actually doing some additional shopping. So I happened to film it. So, yeah, that was pretty cute. So these are just little laces that random shops had. And
yeah, she bet me to this one. I have it this one.
See, I tell
that
you.
one.
We got some beautiful things, but
Pretty.
I tell you, we're like eagle eyes. We know what we're looking at. And even the one lady, she didn't know what sort of price to charge. And she says, oh, there's nothing synthetic in here. It's all cotton. We're like, yes, love. What do you want? Probably paid a bit too much. But, you know.
Worth it for that one. That's beautiful.
She was a lovely lady. Look at that one. That I thought was so pretty. Can you just see me using that on something?
Yeah, little morsels.
I really need little things. I've been working on my snail and also Susanna's panel, and I'm doing fretwork on a house, and everything's so big. So I did go to the market thinking little things like that.
Oh, perfect.
Little fine details that I can stitch onto things. Like that's modern. I've seen that myself, but still little bits. So a few little laces and bits and bobs, and I've chucked them all in my tin. Get rid of these plastics. We'll be heading to the laundry to nappy sand next. Look at that.
That's nice.
Just like the colour, nice and neutral. Don't know what I'll use it for. Probably don't really need it. Maybe that's a treasure. I bet it's not. I don't know what that is. Made in Taiwan. Perfume paper. Okay, into the bin. What have we got here? A little bit more lace. Yeah, so that's all modern, but doesn't matter. I like it, and the price was good.
Was that lady with her mum's stash?
That was the loose things.
Yeah.
And then there was this chap that had the lady with him, and she'd bag you where you got the buttons.
Oh, okay.
And it was all, neatly presented. I like that. It's nice. I can smell perfume as I've unwrapped them. Then I picked up 2 tablecloths. Don't need these, but they're so pretty. Look at the embroidery on that. Just pretty. I'll be fussy cutting them one day for something. And see the inside of my tin, it's not the best, but it's not rusty. It's just like the cake has been cut in there, or I don't know, just maybe I could line it. But anyway, it's the outside I like.
It can be a hexy tin.
Hexy tin, yeah. Look at that little.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's not a colour scheme I'd normally go for, but because I don't see it very often, I thought, well, neutral, can't go wrong. So I think I've got one more thing to show you, but I'm going to make you sit there and watch me just pop everything back in the tin before it all gets out of control. And then we'll head to the sink and give everything a good clean. Then the last thing as we were heading to the car was we come across some spindles. And
that was great.
yeah, and we sort of said to the guy, look, Susanna wanted one straight away, and I turned around and saw him, and Susanna was happy that she got hers. And then I saw the rest of them there, and I'm like, Susanna, I'm just going to get them because we will use them. So we got ourselves 22 minus one for Susanna. And he took 20% off. We tried to get him to throw in the container they were in, but it was this beautiful wire. Yep. It looked French-looking wire.
Pretty heavy too, wasn't it?
It was light. It wasn't too bad because we'd run out of hands to carry things. So we're like, can we have the box?
That was our last buy before we went back to the car.
Yeah, that was it. We off to the car and made our way home. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to move the last few things out of the way.
So do you want to show this one? Because we're going halvies in this one. I spotted this.
I don't think she wants to halve it with me, guys. She's already hinting that she'd like the whole lot.
No, but there's a lot. There's a lot in there. You can show it.
She called it ticking. We're pretty sure it's ticking.
Mattress ticking. It
looks like ticking.
It is mattress ticking. It's quite old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ripper.
Yeah, how pretty.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out on Susanna's shop because she'll definitely be putting these into packs or selling some panels off. And even if you're interested in maybe getting some, give her a week or so. Keep an eye on her channel and she'll soon let us all know what she's going to do with them. So
where was that piece that had a patch? I really liked that.
Yeah, there was a hole that they'd patched, wasn't there?
Yeah, it looked really cute.
Might be on this other side. Oh,
yeah, there's a lot.
Now we're unwrapping it. Yeah, you think you don't have much, but then you start stretching it out.
Yeah, I'm like, well, it needs to fit in my suitcase. So yeah, she's getting half because it's pretty. Oh, there it is. Patch.
Look at that.
Isn't that cute?
If you're watching Rachel from Roxy Creations, there's a hole. She loves her holes, and look, a patched hole.
Yeah.
And they couldn't even go to the effort of getting the stripes lined up.
Oh,
look at that. They could have
that.
Could have put a bit of effort into that.
Yeah, that's it. I bet I like it.
It's going to be a fun little piece to have in the collection. So I'll put that to one side. Do you want me to leave this as the backdrop? Oh, I might do. Yeah. I'll just flick it that way. Let's get the box. Bear with us, guys. We've got craft everywhere. We're trying to show you our treasures. And as I said, I'll put at the end of the video, it's just some little snippety filming I did as we were walking to the car. I thought, oh, we should get some shots. And I just panned the phone around so you can see the crowd. And we did catch Susanna in the act perusing some more textiles.
Okay.
So I'll hand it over to Susanna.
Hey guys. I'm taking over.
She's in the pilot seat now.
What I'm going to show you today is just what we got at the market. My stuff that we sort of went, beads and everything are in already. A lot of them are packed away. So I'll
suitcase.
Yeah, I'll show you when I get home. So I got this. This was to be finished.
Are they Dutch?
Yeah.
Oh, how gorgeous.
Yeah, I thought they were really cute. They look pretty old.
Yeah.
I may unpick them, but there's 4 of them.
Oh.
Aren't they beautiful? Just had my name written all over them. Oh, there's 2. Aren't they cute?
Mm.
So
she had some lovely unfinished doilies. And
there's 3 the same.
Really good.
I like that. Maybe you and Tia might get one.
I don't need unfinished doilies. That's just a job I'd have to finish.
That's a reminder of your little Dutch friend.
You finish it and then give it to me. That's a better idea.
They add it to your thing. And I got this this is actually really pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I haven't really had a good look at it. You just sort of chuck it in your bag and move on.
I picked that up myself and the next piece and I'm like, I don't need it. And then she come around the corner. I'm like, here, you like this.
Yeah, There you go. See, look, little morsels we can put in your pack.
Isn't that pretty?
So, rather than one, maybe I might put 2 in. You need a decent size, but aren't they beautiful? So pretty. This is someone's mother's
looks
stuff.
like a curtain. See that little eyelet?
Yeah.
Like a rod.
It's so much prettier in real life than it is I think it looks prettier here. There you go, see the bottom. It is really nice and it feels gorgeous. So I'm happy with that. I better fold it up here. Give it to my folding buddy.
I'm the folding girl.
That's it.
There's a few metres there. That's
yeah,
good.
there is. And this one, same place. Look at this. Oh, it's really pretty. So this one I may not have as much of because you can't. Oh, is it? It must have been
It's
a
a
cushion.
skirt.
Is it?
It's been cut off the bottom of a skirt.
Ah. So you would get this much panel. Oh, look at that. Wouldn't that make really pretty fan? It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Once again, looks nicer in real life. It's really pretty. So that's a skirt. And I could probably fold that one up myself.
It's so fine, the cotton.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass it over here.
That's
Put the
it.
girl to work.
That's it. Well, Corrine enabled me to buy this. Is this bigger than the one that you... but it smells...
I think it might be.
It smells so good. I thought, I need... When I was in France, I didn't get a lot of the textural stuff, and it's so thick, and you just use a little bit, small little bits, and I haven't got a lot of this sort of stuff.
I'd say by the time we convert the euro, we'd probably paid similar prices for it in France anyway.
That's right.
But it just hurts when you know the Aussie dollar is straight in your face.
Oh, that's it.
But when you can't quite convert it accurately, you game it to buy it because, whatever.
Yeah.
You just buy it.
This is... I think Corrine's got one of these.
Yeah, I've got one of them.
But beautiful. Look at the lace on that. Oh, so pretty.
Is that an initial?
Yeah, BLM.
It's pretty.
So you've got all the beautiful lace all on it, and then you've got the linen or whatever it is in the middle. So that's going to be used for sure. That's beautiful, aren't they? Oh, I just love it. And then this was just a piece that was that last minute purchase.
That's what we busted a buying.
That's it.
That was cheap too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was really
that's
cheap.
Good.
It was a good buy. I don't know.
It's wonder we didn't see it when we were there the first time.
I think you did point out to me, and I'm like, if it's still there on the way back.
I'll tell them about the skirt.
Yes, I was looking at this skirt, and she goes, "Do you need it?" And I'm like, "No, but I want it." And I'm like, "Oh, if it's, we'll have a look around and come back." And then this lady came up behind me, and she put it in front of her, and she actually, looks like she was going to buy it to wear it. I was just going to chop it up. And I'm like, "Oh no, she took it."
Yeah, we're at the next stall over, and she's looking back through the crowd, going, "She's got the skirt." I'm like, "Oh, I rushed her. I should have let her be."
Oh, that's really pretty.
And it was like an olive green with the pink
gorgeous
roses.
rose. It was a linen.
Yeah.
It was definitely worth the money. I think it was it 30? No, $15.
$15.
$15. Yeah, I should have got it.
Forget about it. It wasn't meant to be yours.
And then I needed another rolling pin. That was only $8. That's really good. Man meeting.
Project?
That's it. For my project that I'm launching in late September, early October.
Got a new project for
Yes,
us.
so I had one, but I needed another one. It was nice and light, so $8 is actually a really good little buy. And I got myself, look at her, torn to bits. Look at this. This is feed sack. She's seen better days. Bit dirty.
She's a bit grimy.
She is, but she goes, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah, it's definitely feed sack." So I'd say this is from the 1930s, 1940s. I thought I need myself a honey bear. So I just said to...
She looks loved.
She does. Good. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put some lace on there and give her a good clean. Maybe make another skirt or something.
She's got a nice face.
Yeah,
Some
it's
of them
cute.
were freaky.
Some of them were really creepy. I just was drawn to her cute. It just might look like a little Dutch girl.
Yeah. I was looking at the pile of them and she's in amongst it and I'm thinking, surely she will not come out with a doll. They are scary.
Yeah, I know,
and she turns around with this little baby in her hands. I'm like,
it's
you did
cute.
good.
Mama. Yes,
Reminds me
needed
of
a
Raggedy
hoe.
Ann.
Yeah.
Got
That's
that
cute.
sweet face.
Yeah, so this is the before. So if you can think of any names,
Yes.
whack them down and I'll read Corrine's comments.
What are we going to call her? She's a sweetie.
She is sweetie. Sweetie pie.
She needs a bath.
Well, she does.
Grotty little kid.
I got myself a tin too.
You've got a tin?
Yeah, so I was sort of like, I don't need many tins, but this was in such good nick.
No, it's not rusty, dodgy tin,
No.
that one.
No, it's not too bad.
Just old.
So even something like this would go really nicely around the doll, the head. Take that off, gather that up and have a little, because it actually matches. It's got a blue, I don't know if you can see that.
She's probably going to be whitish after she's had a bath.
Yeah, I'm going to have to
She's
soak
going to
it.
look so different.
I'll have to, you'd have to cover her face.
It's stitched.
Is
it's
it?
not painted.
No, it's painted. Have a look.
You'll just have to sponge bath her.
I think so. He was at just, I think it's modern, it's not, but it's really good little morsels that you can cut off.
It's a good one.
This one, this is a bit older. Sorry about all the crinkling. I just really liked it. There was something about, you know, the colour, and yeah, they're really pretty. Oh, they are nice, aren't they? Bit of a pink girl. They're pretty. And the pearls in the middle. I thought, yeah, this is like, I'm always thinking for, you know, for the store and everything, but every now and again I see something nice for myself. Got to spoil yourself every now and again. I already got something like this in England. It's so good.
I think that's old.
Yeah, it is.
I think they used to use that on hats and things, bonnets.
And I got these hand crocheted. Unlike Corrine, I'm not a crocheter, so
Yeah,
if
I did look at those myself, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. So
And then along comes Susanna, and I'm like, oh, they're safe. They're
yeah,
gone.
I like this colour. It's really good. Now I got these, and they're not. They look like the mother of pearl or those other buttons, but they're not. I think they're ceramic. They're quite heavy.
Right.
Yeah, feel. Yeah, but they're beautiful. So there's the inside of the tin. Oh, you got one more.
Do they feel?
That's this lace. And then the tin.
Original.
Yeah, they're beautiful. So yeah, pretty happy with that. And then this was a bargain. It's only 50 cents at an antique market. How good's that? So I just
Love how they stitch the buttons on.
I know. Yeah, it's an oldie.
It feels like Bakelite. It's got it's a plastic, but it's not like what we get now.
Oh, okay. So
There'd
it's
be
not.
a
It
name
feels.
for it.
Yeah, it could be Bakelite. It feels
That's
like.
what I picked up a Bakelite little teacup to feel what, and it felt like this.
Well, this I like that. I just think it'd be nice to cut out these bits and pieces. So there you go. I'm just going to put these all back in there, and
That's why you need a tin.
That's it. Got to have me tin of pretties. I'm very happy with that.
Very good.
So there you go. There you go.
So that's our adventures, guys. So a week has probably gone by since you're watching this video. Susanna will be safely back at home, probably counting all those threads that she's bought.
So name the doll.
Yeah. What do we call her?
I don't know. Annie.
Wonder what age she is. Does anyone recognise her? Has anyone got a doll out there that looks like her? Because I'm sure there'd be a few, unless she's handmade. But
Oh,
I don't know.
she's got handmade. Because this is feed sack, she probably is handmade, but then they've inlaid a face.
Yeah,
but you would buy the faces and then you would make the body to go around. Yeah, she is a bit of a sweetie.
There you go.
So yeah, needs a bit of love. So this is the before. Hopefully you'll see the after. She actually looks cleaner on screen than she is in real life. She's not very.
She's got dirty kneecaps
and
feet.
On
like
the back
she's
of her
been
head.
playing outside in the mud.
She's had a good time.
Yeah, she's been loved.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Anyway, guys.
I think that's it.
That's it.
That's our adventures. We've now got, for us it's Sunday. For you it's probably Saturday in a week's time, of course. So we got some stitching this afternoon. We're still getting, no, it's Saturday for us.
Yeah.
We've still got Tia coming over tomorrow to do some stitching and just hang out. And then Susanna will be off to the airport on Monday.
I'll need a holiday from my holiday.
Too right.
Okay.
All right, guys, look after yourselves. See you around. Bye.
Bye.
trusted buying fabric.
That's it. I think you'll see this in the pack.
Treasures. Oh, look at that.
Isn't that beautiful?
She's in her element, this Susanna.
These are pretty. Have you got $1, Corrine?
I have $1. I can lend you $1 plus
$6.
interest.